rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come and stretch.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuille reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good? What's good?
What's the word? What's the word? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Not only happy Friday, it's the last show of the year.
Yes,
and
our last show.
I just want to shout out to everybody that's been following. Shout out to Brother Quell, Brother Deuce, all the hard work they put in, all the episodes they did. None of this would be possible without y'all. Let's know that next year it's gonna be bigger, it's gonna be better. When we celebrating the Mavericks championship win, we got some stuff coming up for y'all. So just stay tuned.
Hey, look.
Hey, I feel something happening. This is like NBA repeating itself. You know what I'm saying? He's following trends. He's following trends from the greats.
If that's the case, either LeBron finna get a championship or the Warriors supposed to get the championship.
Nah. We just got this special kid following trends. This year 5. This is something. Stuff is starting to fall into place. But let's get into the show. But the first thing we need to do though is shout out to one of the GOATs basketball has ever seen, LeBron James. Happy birthday, Mr. 38, old man playing. Man.
And guess how the old man brings in this birthday? Guess how the old man brings in this birthday?
10 and 9.
More 47, 10 rebounds, 9 assists with a big dub against the Hawks. So happy birthday, old man, showing y'all he can still put up them stats. He said Luka had a hell of a week. Still doing his thing with his triple-doubles and near triple-doubles. Jokic been having a hell of a week with his triple-doubles and near triple-doubles, and he's showing y'all I'm still capable, too. He's showing y'all.
47 points. He probably the oldest player to get that much, huh?
You know it. You know it. Because when he had his last high scoring, he was like the last old guy to do that. So it's his season high 47 points. He trying to get that Wilt Chamberlain. Was it Kareem? That Kareem. Yeah, he trying to get that Kareem. So, but yeah, happy birthday to my guy, 38. Looking good, 38. I actually went through I got the NBA app on my phone. I was going through and I was rating his outfits. So if y'all don't have that app, what's it called? Let's see what's it called. It's called NBA, just NBA app. Get it. You go through, rate his outfits and see how he dressed in 2003 compared to how he dressed in 2022. And I was like, ugh. And then 2022, I'm like, check. so yeah, it was kind of cool just looking at him, see how young he was, and just seeing him develop over the years and stuff like that. Yeah, but like you say, happy birthday to the G, LBJ.
And still going strong. That's what's up. All right, so we got that out the way. Shout out to LeBron. Let's get into the scuffle. the Indiana Pacers and Detroit Pistons. Was that there was part 2?
Looks like we got Isaiah Stewart on the line. Look at him. Look at Isaiah Stewart.
Give me y'all feedback. What y'all think? How y'all think Hayes handled himself?
Yeah, what you say, Quill? What you say?
Oh, man.
You said what?
It was OD for real though. Like that was doing way too much. That was way too much. Like
so how would you have handled it?
I don't feel like it warranted that type of response. Like we've all been taught in basketball when you running at a ball like that, he kind of ran into a man. He's probably a little aggressive about pushing him out, but forcing that man out to not be able to retrieve the ball. That was a basketball play. I mean, it might have been a little excessive of how he pushed him off, but it wasn't like he just like full force pushed this man out of bounds. I don't feel like it warned him to get up and clock dude in the back of the head like that.
So what would you have done?
He could have got up in his face, tell him how he really felt. But
So you saying that's what you would have done? You would have gotten his face and you would have.
I'm like, hey man, chill out. That's doing too much. But I got you on the next play. But we living in I guess people want to say a softer NBA. All your actions calls for a reaction. Back in the day, in the 90s and 80s, you can get up and fight them. They'll call a tech and you can keep playing. Nowadays, you get suspensions, you get fined, they touching your pockets. Like they're gonna get there. It's like you gotta think.
Okay.
He ain't hurt him.
Yeah. What would you have done, LaQuell? Compared to what Hayes did, what would you have done?
Quill would have punched him too.
You just play on. Like, just play on. You see, people. I know if I'm busting your ass and you getting upset, I know why you upset. I'm busting your ass. So for me, it's more like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how I am. Like, well, I'm busting your ass. And then I'm gonna keep getting you. I'm gonna keep busting your ass and telling you like, oh yeah, you can't do nothing. You want to swing on me, don't you? Yeah. Once you do, I'm gonna. Oh, he hit me. Oh, he hit me. Get him out of here. Like, ain't need none of that. Cause I know. In reality, all of this it's never gonna be a real fight. All the teammates gonna jump in. If you ever do get a hit, you get a Chris Paul, Rondo, 1-2. You better get yours in now. Sooner or later,
this ain't the NHL. So
yeah, like,
real quick.
It's gonna be over with quick.
All right, so what do y'all think about the punishments, the in-game punishments and the post-game punishments? What do you think about that, Quill?
I think for Killigan Hayes, I think it was he needed the way he, like, if you look at it, the way he got up and reacted, it's like whatever they gave him, like, yeah, you deserve that. Like, you act like a little, like, as much as you wanted to seem like you was tough, you came off like a little, you came off like a little girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, came off emotional and came like, yeah. As much as you kind of thought you was like, yeah, boom, like, you kind of came off like, oh, man, like, you really did that, like. So yeah, slap him.
Quill, right? He deserved it. Like I said, dude ain't even like intentionally. Well, he didn't even hurt him for real. Like he shoved him out, but like he ain't hurt him. Like when some dirty plays where they feel like people got hurt, like Marcus Smart or whatever, hurting Steph Curry and Dylan Brooks hurting people and stuff, taking people out the air, like hurting their livelihood. He didn't do all that. Like dude wasn't hurt like that. He just. More so in his feelings, like Chris said, like, bro, you just in your feelings. Like, you ain't take a
light skin, bro. Did you see? If you look at the play and see how soft he fell onto the seats.
Hold on, because brother Deuce over there taking me. Like, what you trying to say?
That was a light skin reaction.
It reminded me.
I'm gonna kill him.
You can't rub that. Look at him.
It reminded me of when Kelly Oubre had his time to shine when he was on the Wizards. He ran. They say you go run up on somebody with your hands down, biting your lip.
Jordan Poole, Kelly Oubre, light skin tennis. It's a light skin thing. I'm sorry, Poole, but I mean, hey.
So in game they had three ejections. You had Diallo, you had the Wagner brother, and you had the Hayes, and then they had 11 suspensions, and then the total for the total amount for the fines like 500,000, and Hayes had the most. With his was totaled up to about 120,000. That's how much he was fined, and so. I'm like, hey, you know this the way the league is. But as we, continue through this conversation, you gotta think about what advice would you give if I'm in a league, if I'm a leader in those locker rooms, or you know what I'm saying, if I'm just somebody with a voice on the platform, what am I going to tell these young players? I'm going to tell you what Marshawn Lynch told NFL players and just people in general: protect your chickens. Protect your chickens. Because you're gonna end up giving up your chickens. If you want to find a way to donate to a good cause. You don't have to get fined or do any of that. Like Quell said and Teddy concurred, you were so focused on protecting an image that you really damaged your image. You damaged your pockets. But you damaged your image because you ain't even look how you thought you was gonna look. You thought you was gonna come off on some boys in the hood type shit. And you didn't. You came off on some Malibu's Most Wanted type shit. So you know, you gotta look at that and be the bigger person, because that'll hold more weight than, especially you gonna go in and throw a punch. You gotta look at that punch. You gotta go back and look at that. They ain't look like no Draymond Green punch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was definitely
that looked like the punch that Steve Kerr. That looked like the punch Steve Kerr might have tried to throw on Michael Jordan. So, but yeah, you gotta protect your chickens. You gotta put that money first. Somebody make a play like that, you get up and you laugh at them. Cause silence be the thing that hurt the most. Cause now they look real stupid. You let him get ejected on his own. Let him get fined on his own. And guess what? Your marketability. That's what you got to think about, your marketability.
Man, do what y'all get paid to do. Like Quill said, ball. Take it personal. Had that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan mentality. Take over the game. Like, give me the ball. I'm finna show him, and I'm finna show these cats. And I'm putting up 30 shots, and I'm making 22 of them. Like, ball.
But without that light skin reaction, no one gets ejected. It's just ball.
I think Wagner gets ejected.
Wagner don't get ejected for pushing somebody out of bounds.
But it wasn't like an intentional push.
It was definitely intentional. Because all he really had to do
was intentional. Even if it was intentional, he not getting ejected for bumping somebody.
But
I don't. He didn't fall hard.
But that's what he got ejected for.
Didn't fall hard. He got ejected. No, all of these people got ejected for
because of what transpired.
He didn't get ejected because
if
you look at the push without Killigan Hayes reacting the way, and then Wagner getting hit and getting up and then wanting to swing on him and all of that. If Killigan Hayes falls into his coach's lap and he fell into a seat. He didn't fall on he fell and sat into a comfortable cushioned seat and then tried to act like his coach was holding him. He jumped up on his coach. Like, if none of that happens, Wagner done what 1,000 NBA players do all day long, and it's just shot out, ball out of bounds, foul, or foul on you, open court foul. Even if it's a foul, he's not ejected for that bump he pushed him out of bounds.
Worst case scenario, flagrant one, if anything.
Or tech.
It wasn't even a flagrant. Like he over it. Like, it wasn't even a flagrant. Like, even if you look at the play again, not even that much. He light skinned.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the way he tried to cut him off from getting the ball and he shoved him out a little bit. It wasn't like he full extent.
What was going on in the game before this? Them both being young players and going at each other, guarding each other, playing each other, scoring on each other left and right. Killigan Hayes is a leader on his team. Wagner is a scorer on his. That is why when he finally pushed him out of bounds, he's like, "I smack you." Like that. That's the feeling. Like, that's where it came from. It didn't come from that play. Even if Mo got put out, even if Franz got put out of the game for that, it came from all of the back and forth before that. Because that particular play wasn't that. It wasn't that. They was balling. They were hooping. They young players got into it because they young players. Like, they young and they diaper. They
do what y'all came in the NBA to do.
They young spoiled kids. That's why. Like,
ball.
Killigan Hayes never had a fight in his life. throwing that wrist punch.
Right. That's what it was. Well, since we speaking on the young players, we might as well just transition into what we should have been talking about a couple of episodes ago, is the Rookie of the Year candidates. And they are the light-skinned brothers. Because I
So yeah. So without looking or going based off what the world is saying, give me your top 3 picks, Teddy.
Venturo for sure. Like he just on a tear. Like I know off top rip he scoring more than any other rookie on average. You got Matherin who had a real hot streak with the Pacers. Like that boy be balling and they be coming off the bench balling like that too. Yeah, I gotta give it to him. And then 3 probably be Ivy from the Pistons. I know he putting up buckets too, and he look nice. Like when he get the ball, he nice. Like he can actually ball, athletic, fast, just like watching him ball. So that probably be my top 3 off top. It's probably the same thing with the stats people say.
What you say? What you say, Quill?
Kind of the same thing.
Okay. And that order.
But Banchero, last couple games, he hasn't played good in the last like 3 or 4 games at all. So, and I haven't seen what Matherin been doing. I know they didn't win some games though. I know Matherin they beat some teams.
Okay, so I'm gonna preview what Kid Ladder says. All right, there we go. Share that. All right, so this is what we got for the Rookie of the Year. Number 1, where we go? So this is the order right here. That was last week. Banchero, Matherin, Smith Jr., Murray, Ivy. That was last week. So this week, got Banchero number 1, 21.8 points per game, 6.9 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game. As you can see, compared to last week, his numbers dropping. Like Quill was saying, his last few games hasn't been that stellar, but his assists went up by 0.1. Number 2, you got Benedict Matherin, 17.6 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists. And then number 3, Jabari Smith. So it's still the same. Them the top 3. I would have thought Ivy would have been in there, but it's kind of like ever since Cade went out and the emergence of Killigan Hayes, Ivy kind of been, on this like little roller coaster ride where he have a good game, or like he'll kind of teeter around that 20 points per game, but he ain't really took off like that.
I think the top 2 is just in the league in their own though. Like
Ventura. Sure that's the last one. I'm looking at December 28th, and Ivy do got the 3rd spot.
Yeah, which one I put on?
Hey, Paulo, and his numbers have dropped. Yeah, you had him at 22 something. He had 15 points a game in the last couple games.
Yeah, that's what NBA got. NBA got him at number 3. NBA.com got him at number 3.
NBA.com, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, me too. I
Paulo
see it. I pulled it up.
Benedict number 2. And Ivy number 3, but Ivy been playing better basketball than both of them in the last couple games. Ivy been playing the best basketball in the last couple games. Yeah,
and he leading everybody in assists too.
Yeah, because
at all the rookies.
Since last week, Banchero been averaging 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Benedict been averaging 11 and a half, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and Ivy been averaging 16, 2 and 4. So he been scoring both of them last couple games.
All right, here we go. Good catch.
4-point game.
All right, so bam. 21. We got Banchero at the 1. Matherin at the 2. And then Jaden Ivey at the 3. All right, cool. There we go. So those are our top 3. So that's what I was saying. Like I said, good catch. That's what I was saying. I'd have thought Jaden Ivey would have been up there because I've been watching Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, he be balling. But I still think Banchero is just in kind of in the league of his own for real.
Yeah, but remember I told y'all when Banchero came back and y'all was saying, and we had it on the episode. Do you think he'll get back to the number one? I told y'all I know he will because he affects the game in more ways than like Mathurin. Mathurin scores, but if you look at his stats, his rebound and assist ain't up there with Banchero, and that's how Banchero gonna keep it because he points, assists, and rebounds.
Banchero is up and down, bro. So it'll be nice to see how to round out the year.
But you know, with his up and down, you know what's gonna happen with his up and down. He gonna sit around where he is because he gonna continue to do this. So the average is gonna be right there. So instead of him averaging like 28 points, he gonna average right around 21 points. Instead of averaging,
I think
like,
it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go up.
His points per game going to come down to reality.
It's gonna stay around 20. Watch.
It's gonna be right around 18, 19 points.
20.
And his rebounding, yeah, he didn't have 5 rebounds in the last 6 games.
You look, you try this light skinned fella, and you tell me.
He's not. He's gonna be right around 6 rebounds. So he gonna when his averages average out, because other players on his team are hooping at a high level.
And guess
Bobo's rebounding effect, Bobo's ability to and playing in the games now, and they giving him minutes is affecting his rebound because he can't get him going.
Now he's leading his team scoring, ain't he?
He's leading his team in scoring, and the fact that he's leading his team in scoring is affecting his scoring now because now they know you're leading your team in scoring.
Hey,
they're not just putting the best player on Franz now. They're not putting the best defender on Franz. They're putting the best defender on Paulo.
But guess what? Paulo gonna have right at the end of the season gonna be right around 20 points per game. Stop playing with me.
That man had a 4-point game the other night against LeBron.
That's cool. That's cool. You done had LeBron with 7-point games before.
We ain't saying he an MVP.
Right. We just saying
that.
So look, he had that 4-point game against LeBron.
He's
gonna turn around and have a 30-point game against somebody. Then
right.
Yeah, 15 the next night.
And then he gonna have 27 the next night.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what he gonna keep doing. Huh?
Yeah, 21 tonight.
That's what I'm saying. He gonna continue to do, you know what I'm saying?
Before the 4-point game, he had 18. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. He on to him now. He on to him now. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, since we're talking about MVP, let's do an update on the MVP. We didn't even get to touch on KD last episode because I was trying to get you to speak on it a little bit, Deuce, about KD and his.
All right. I got you.
In the MVP standards.
So last week,
week.
Earlier this week, actually, last episode earlier this week, we were talking about the MVP race, and I was saying I would have Giannis at 1. You said he's losing, but then Jokic actually lost the same night that Giannis lost. But then there was an update. So right after we finished recording, I think that very next day they released the update. So I'm gonna go ahead and preview that. We can see what it looks like. And then we can continue that conversation that Big Brother Teddy was trying to hold because he's waiting on me to mention a certain name. And it wasn't KD, it was Luka. That's what he's waiting on. So here it is. We got our number 1, Jokic, took over, and rightfully so, 25.7, 10.8, 9.4. So he pretty much averaging the triple-double. Pretty much averaging the triple-double. But there's nobody that's going to give you numbers like that. Anybody that you're going to bring up may have more points, but he beating them in rebounds and assists. Don't matter who you name, he's beating them in rebounds and assists. So now we move into the number 2 spot. Jason Tatum, 31 points, 8.1 rebounds, 4 assists. So he got to be up there, the best team in the NBA. Then number 3, Luka done worked his way up. He was tied at number 7 last week. That's a big jump from 7, potentially 8 to 3. He's 33.7, 8.8 rebounds, 8.9 assists. Like I say, Jokic beating them in assists and rebounds. You may have him in points, but he's beating you in them other categories. But they both have miraculous weeks, been having miraculous games. And so this is our top 3. And then number 4, we got good old KD. KD, 29.9 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, 5.4 assists. I think the last game he played, he had like 16 rebounds, didn't he?
Yeah.
He right around 16 rebounds. So he had number
hottest team
4.
in the NBA.
So on the hottest team in the NBA. So that takes us into the next piece, which you kind of foreshadowed that we gotta talk about. We gotta get an update on KD in this MVP candidacy. And because I know I was really like, no, we ain't having him in the conversation. So now he is on the key ladder, he's in the conversation. He almost in the top 3. He's in the top 5 MVP, top 5 in the MVP candidates, almost in the top 3. So do you all think that's where he should be? Is he deserving to be there? Should he be higher? What do you say, Teddy?
I say he right where he should be.
Right, because if he's any higher, he'd be knocking your dude off.
Nah, because I think Luka should be higher. But
Higher than Tatum?
I think
No.
Luka should be 2.
Not higher than Tatum.
I think Luka should be 2.
You got to think the number 1 and number 2 are leading their conferences.
So?
Right. That's number 1 and number 2. Luka's neither.
So?
Right. So shut up. What you say, Quill?
Right. So he right where he should be.
He right where he should be?
He right where he should be, yeah. Because they got the hottest team. They won their last 10 straight. They number 3 in the East. They have more wins and less losses than Luka. So not gonna have y'all got 16 losses, they got 12. They got 23 wins. Y'all got 20. Luka is there because of Luka's numbers. Durant's putting up numbers and he's winning the last 10 straight. We get why Jokic is number 2 in the West. We get why Jokic gonna be there. His numbers are high as hell, and they number 2.
Now when
but with KD, he's right where he should be. Now, if they get to 12, 13, 15, and he's still averaging what he's been averaging in the last 10, which is like 27, 8, and 5. He's been putting up 27, 8, and 5 in the last 10. So he been hooping on this 10-game win streak too. So
what was Westbrook's record when he won MVP that year? Like his team wasn't top 3 though, I don't think.
Yeah, but he averaged a triple-double though.
He got
because of his personal numbers.
6 seed.
I'm saying because of his personal numbers.
Yeah.
But it also you can't Luka getting averaging a triple-double.
So what I'm saying is you don't have to necessarily be 1 and 2.
Luka's numbers, in order for Luka's numbers to
win
outweigh
MVP,
his record, at that point, Westbrook's numbers hadn't been done in 30 years.
That's cool. But what I'm saying is
it ain't gonna happen with numbers. Luka, so shut up.
But the thing with Luka's numbers aren't gonna be better than Jokic's back-to-back MVP most this and this ever in a season. Or it happened to happen after Westbrook 3's triple-double years. So it's not as impressive as Westbrook's first triple-double year. You know what I mean? 30 years and it's never happened. And then now
what I'm saying is
after
that
2 people, 3, 4, 5 people done done it. It's like
the team don't have to necessarily be 1 and 2.
But no. What I was saying is if you look at this week's MVP list, those teams are 1 and 2 in the East and the West. So in the East, Luka has nothing in the East because he's not in the East. So potentially, if he's in the East, could he be number 1 in? Well, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Yeah, it ain't even divided on East and West now. So the way the list is, you got Jason Tatum. Like I said, I think he's up there because what he's doing on that team, his stats, and them being the best team in the NBA. Jokic is up there because what he's doing on that team, and them being one of the top teams in the West. Luka, he's just not going to do it. He's not going to be up there. He's just not going to be up there. So he's in order for Jason Tatum to get knocked off, he got to start losing more. KD going to stay where he is. He's right where he's supposed to be. I don't see KD going into the top 3 unless the Nets take over in the East and become the number one team in the East. So if they become the number one team in the East, I think that's when they'll take over. That's when KD will move up into the top 3. So I get what you're saying, but
numbers are going to have to be better than that Westbrook MVP year. Because you got to remember, Westbrook led the league in scoring that year, averaged 10.4 and 10.6. Luka still isn't averaging 9 and 9 yet. He's still only 33 points a game, and at Westbrook ended the season with 31.7 and averaged a triple-double.
Yeah, so stop.
So even though you're putting up great numbers, even though you're putting up great numbers and you comparing it to that Westbrook year, Westbrook overall was still Westbrook numbers were still even better than what you're doing right now.
At the end of the day, the squad wasn't top 3.
Yeah, but even with him not being top 3, his numbers were still better than
his numbers were better. So stop talking about him squad being top 3. Luka's numbers aren't at where Westbrook numbers were. He's not averaging a triple-double. So you can't bring up somebody that averaged a triple-double and be like, well, my dude, he still need 2 more assists and 2 more rebounds. No, shut up. Next.
Right now, the closest to it is Jokic, and he's number 1.
Right. So
he's not even averaging a triple-double.
You can't bring up somebody that ain't the person that. Hey, all right, look, take us to the next topic so you get your feelings hurt.
I say, you see how high just in 1 week, how high he jumped on that chart.
He had a historic night.
Hey, we seen him jump that high in 1 week, and we seen him fall low too.
So as long as them boys
and on top of that, he also broke Oscar Robertson's record for most triple doubles in the year that year too.
Yeah, there's a lot of his stuff going on that year.
He put a lot of work in.
So take us in this next topic. I know you enjoy talking about it.
You see how that guy. You see how let's see what we got next. Oh, we talking about our boy the Dallas Mavericks.
There you go. I know you enjoy your next topic.
Let's go ahead and talk about how they on a 5-game win streak, 6-game win streak. The last
more so
Timberwolves.
We talked about, we had conversations and we mentioned November being a tough month, more so around between like the 16th, 18th through the end of November. Then we looked at December and was like, hey, yeah, I got a tough schedule in December. So now it's the end of December. Y'all play a game tomorrow. Y'all close out against, I think, the Spurs. So I just want to go back and reassess what y'all did in December. How would you rate, y'all performance in December? So here's the preview. You can look at it. So you got December 1, they lost to Detroit. Then they beat the Knicks. The Knicks. They beat Phoenix. They beat Denver. They lost Milwaukee, Chicago, beat Oklahoma, lost Cleveland, beat Portland, lost Cleveland, beat Minnesota. Lost to Minnesota, beat Minnesota, and then at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-game win streak, and they got a game tomorrow. So how do you assess that? So,
Look at the last 5 games. Never mind. Never mind. They got in order to be a good team, you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
So that's what I was going to say. They beat the teams they were supposed to beat. AD plays on Christmas. Potentially Lakers win that game. I knew they'd lose to Minnesota, potentially 2 games, but having a coach like Jason Kidd, talent like Luka, and a supporting cast, you got to understand they're going to make adjustments and come back and fight harder that next game, which they did. But then they lost the games that you knew they'd lose. Cleveland lost twice against Cleveland. They lost against the Bulls. I called that one. They lost against Milwaukee. We knew they were going to lose against Milwaukee. So they lost the games they were supposed to lose, and then they won the games they were supposed to. So.
Well, because everybody had us down against Denver and Phoenix.
Denver, potentially Denver, and
Denver
potentially
game was
the
a
Suns.
good game.
And then
Denver and the Suns. Yeah, so y'all did win those 2 games. But out of the rest of them, you lost the rest of them.
Denver game was a good game. New York game down by 9 with 30-some seconds left. Luka go crazy at the end. That's a good win to come back. But
I want to take back
to come back against New York.
That Cleveland game, Luka ain't play, which was a tough one. So
but I think that was them running from smoke because Cleveland had already beat them the game before. There was no reason Luka couldn't play that game.
Hey,
Yeah,
disclose it. Who knows?
Hey,
who knows why he couldn't play?
We on a 5-game. I mean, we on a 3-game win streak over in Golden State. I just want to say that for the record. We on a 3-game win streak.
We ain't talking about the Warriors.
So look.
The 6th seed got 18 wins. We in the 10th seed with 18 wins.
So I say that was a good because y'all could have lost more games. So the fact that you won the games you supposed to win and you won a few of the ones you were supposed to lose, I would say, hey, I think y'all get about a B at most a B plus. But I give y'all a solid B for your performance in December. Give y'all a B. What'd you say, Ted?
The Bulls loss was a disgrace. It was an embarrassment.
Exactly. That's why y'all getting a B because the Bulls are losing everybody and they beat y'all.
It was a disgrace. It was a terrible game, but everybody had bad games.
And y'all 144 to 115. Did y'all even have a game that night?
I wouldn't be. Yeah.
That was embarrassing, but everybody got those losses before, people get blown out. The Cleveland game, we didn't have Luka and we almost won.
Just stop saying that shit because y'all lost the game.
It don't matter though.
105 to 90. Y'all lost by 15 with Luka. You lost about 15 with Luka. All right, get off of
that game. So that's a tough one. But everything else was pretty solid. We could have won that Bucks game.
What grade you give them?
I'm giving them an A.
Oh, you stupid. What grade you giving them?
I'm giving them an A.
I give them a C.
A C? I could take that. A C. Adjourn. They get a B minus. They get a B minus for the grade.
Yeah, B minus C plus. Yeah.
All right.
We went into December not in the playoffs, and then we come out.
It ain't saying much. It ain't saying much in between the 12th and the damn 6th seed is 2 games. It ain't saying much.
It's still there.
But look, all right, look, we got to get into this last piece, Quill. The Would You Rather segment. What's up? What you got for us? Hold on, he done froze.
They give me time to say, like I was saying.
That's me.
There he is. Yeah, here you go.
That's me. I'm froze.
Yeah, nah, you back.
All right. Would you rather start your team with Luka or Giannis?
I'm going Giannis. Defense. Giannis.
Who you going, Teddy?
No, I'm going Luka.
Yeah, he want offense. Okay.
Your second pick is Zach LaVine or Devin Booker.
On that same team or just different?
Same team.
I'm going.
We're going to pick one more at the end.
Devin Booker. I'm going Devin Booker.
I'm going Devin Booker.
Both of y'all got booked.
I'm going
the third one, Embiid or Jokic as your center.
I'm going
on your team.
I'm going Jokic.
You got Giannis and Booker.
I didn't get Giannis. I got Jokic. I got Jokic, Booker, and Luka.
I'm gonna go Jokic. And B, you gotta get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I got to.
Okay.
Because Embiid don't even do that. He like an overglorified like Brook Lopez. I'm talking about on the boards. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get somebody out there that can rebound for real. Not give me 8 rebounds. Nah. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, Jokic is gonna rebound and he gonna assist. He gonna pass the ball to the 2 scorers.
Hey, good. Would you rather had us build a top 3? Y'all see what it's been. It's been the Facts, Opinions, and BS presented by Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuille. Hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We got more giveaways coming out. Hey, Happy New Year's. We'll see y'all next year. Y'all be in peace. Out.
I can't wait for next week, boy.
Ready? Hope you pack shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confessions. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak.